So that takes us to our final segment,
Dun dun dun. Dun. You gotta pull out your
Pennsylvania Avenue. Gotta pull up my what?
Oh wait, no wait. Oh, we gotta do history.
Yeah,
History.
Are you gonna be able to do that in your draft?
Can I send you the link and then
Sure.
you do the history?
Oh, look at that. The Angels lost. Never seen that before in my life.
Let me share this. I'm gonna send you the text. Should be pretty easy. You don't have to say like their birthplace. Super easy.
Alright.
There's 2 months. I have the because we're going to September 1st, so I'll send you September 2 as well. But oh wait, did I send you it or no?
So we're starting. Today's the 26th.
Today is the 26th, so we're doing 26th to September 1st. I'm sending you September.
Oh! I thought we were gonna be doing last week. Okay.
We
I
already
think
did it last week, didn't we?
Mm,
Oh, did we go up to the 18th?
I think last week we went up to the 18th.
Oh, we did? Okay, my bad. Sorry. I'm totally sorry. Okay, well, I read, like, everything from... Never mind, we're good, so I don't need to send you that. Go ahead.
So we're starting on the 19th,
So
which would have been...
Thank you to
last Sunday.
the historyplace.com where this is from. This is usually where I get my...
Yes.
So, and it has, like, some kind of description on what happened as well, which is nice.
Okay, so... August 19th, 1934. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay. August 19th, 1934, Adolf Hitler was granted the powers of Chancellor and at the same time was also allowed to hold the office of president. Which I'm not really sure what the difference between Chancellor and president is, and I think it's like it has to do with president of like the
isn't that what like Putin did?
Yeah, kind of.
Putin and then the no, never mind. The guy from China, like it's just like permit. No. The guy the current Chinese president is has a lifetime term now. But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so August 19th, 1934, basically Hitler came to power, like formally came to power.
Formally.
August 19th, 1991, Soviet communists staged a coup. Hardline communists staged a coup. Temporarily removing Mikhail Gorbachev from power. And this coup failed in 72 hours after Democratic reformer Boris Yeltsin rallied the Russian people. And Yeltsin took power. And then the Communist Party was banned in Russia. And by December of 1991, the Soviet Union had disintegrated. Take that, communists.
We win.
Birthday. Aviation pioneer. It doesn't. Not gonna give me a day. August 19th. When? Oh, 1780. No, August 19th, 1781. Orville Wright.
That is the day. Never mind.
No, but it doesn't say that. It just says birthday.
Yeah, the year is 1871.
Right, but it doesn't. Okay. See how the rest of them just give me the date right off the top.
Yeah, the date is the same day it goes until it changes to.
Thank you.
Okay, wait.
But there's not a year there. I found the year in reading it.
Okay, look. See where it goes? August 20th.
Yes.
So that's like a section. Up is the 19th.
I got that. There wasn't a year. I had to read it to find the year, which is not what I had to do for the ones before, which is all I was saying.
Yeah, but it says the day was birth, and
it.
then they died. It's because you got to put it together.
But it was okay. Never mind. Whatever.
It's not right next to it. Conveniently.
All the other ones were right. Like the first thing listed was the date.
Oh, okay.
Then it just says birthday in the next one. That's why. So August 19th, 1871, Orville Wright, aviation pioneer, was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
In 1903, Orville and his brother Wilbur achieved the world's first sustained controlled flight of a motor-driven aircraft.
We actually had, I think right after that, we had people in Santa Ana. I forgot what the brothers were called. They had two brothers, too, in Santa Ana that flew a plane similar to them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I heard. It was back in, like, elementary school when I heard this. I went to Greenville Elementary, and, like, we had a guy that had this whole presentation. You know, like, they had those, like, oh, hey, guys, we're going to go to the library, and this guy's going to present some cool history stuff to you. Have you ever had that stuff? Like a thing like that in school?
Yeah, sure.
So, like, that was, like, one of them that I had. Like, he went through, like, every grade and explained. And it was really weird, but it was cool.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, dude, this is sick. But, yeah.
August 19th, 1946. Bill Clinton was born in Hope, Arkansas, and he was the first president elected who was not alive during World War II.
Dust.
August 20th, another presidential birthday. August 20th, 1833, Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd president of the United States, was born in North Bend, Ohio, and he was the grandson of William Henry Harrison, who was the 9th president. So one of probably, 3 presidential families? 4 presidential families? Harrisons, Roosevelts, Bushes, and Adams. John Quincy Adams and John Adams.
I think
Are there any other ones?
that should be, yeah, because Harrison had he was the grandson.
Right.
Adams, yes. Yeah, I think that's it. If anyone's related to everyone, it's just like someone married their like sister or like their great sister.
Yeah, I think like the Roosevelts were like cousins of some kind. Right?
Yeah.
Like Teddy and FDR.
Yeah, they were like second or third cousin or something like that.
August 21st, 1863. William Quantrill led 450 Confederate raiders on a pre-dawn raid of Lawrence, Kansas. In, I guess, the prior year. So it was like a rebellion?
I think this is after something compromise. There was a compromise, and then everyone went to Kansas. This was like pre-Civil War, right? What was the year?
1863.
Oh, 63?
Mm-hmm. And so not pre-Civil War.
No, this must have happened. Yeah. Because they had like a pre-battle before that, where they had people. They had abolitionists and then anti-abolitionists, right?
Well, it sounds like this was more of a revolt, because it says in 1862, William Quantrill had been denied a Confederate commission by the Confederate Secretary of War, who labeled Quantrill's notions of war as barbarism. So it seems like he led kind of a revolt against the Confederate Army.
Okay, never mind. I'm stupid then.
August 21st, 1959, Hawaii became the 50th and, so far anyway, final state in the United States.
Puerto Rico.
Signed into the Union by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Ike.
Vote for Ike? Or something like that?
I feel like it was more rhyming than that.
Yeah, but like it was something.
But yeah, it was something catchy like that.
Vote for Ike, make you like.
Sure. August 21st, 1983, Filipino opposition leader Benigno Aquino. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. Benigno Aquino Jr. Was assassinated at the Manila airport while leaving his plane. Public outcry over the killing ultimately led to the collapse of the government of Ferdinand Marcos and the inauguration of Corazon Aquino, widow of the. Oh, that's interesting. A widow of the slain man. So his wife became president.
That's interesting.
After he was killed.
Like what's the word? Aristocracy. Aristocracy. Yeah.
August 22nd, 1986. Deadly fumes from a volcanic eruption under Lake Neos in Cameroon killed more than 1,500 people. I've never heard of that before, but that's pretty crazy.
That sucks.
It's probably I would imagine sulfur related kind of.
I would hope not, because that would be a terrible death.
Well, there's all kinds of nasty things in volcanoes.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in general, but yeah.
I'm gonna skip that one. That's really long. Okay, August 23rd, 1927, Italian immigrants Nicola Sacco and Bartholomew Vanzetti were electrocuted inside a prison at Charlestown, Massachusetts. The days and weeks leading up to their execution aroused worldwide protests and accusations of unfair treatment because they had radical political views and were Italian. So it was kind of a...
that sounds like
almost like race or immigrant,
yeah,
like
anti-immigrant.
Italian, or like anti-immigrant, kind of like people felt that was what was.
What
But
year
these
was that
guys, this was 1927.
Okay.
So they had been convicted of a shoe factory robbery, during which the paymaster and a guard had been killed. But there was apparently a lot of like huge lack of evidence. And then it says, and later an admission by a known criminal that he had participated in the robbery with an organized criminal gang. And so basically, it sounds like these guys might have been wrongfully accused and then
That happened a lot,
executed.
unfortunately, back in the day.
Yes, it did.
There was like no dude. Like, have you ever watched any of the Gangs of New York?
I have watched Gangs of New York.
Or the scene where they had the hanging, where those they hang like 3 guys,
Yeah.
and like the mayor is like, he was having the conversation with Daniel Day-Lewis's character. He's like, how do we resolve this situation? And then the mayor's like, yeah, just find like 3 random guys and just hang them, and then accuse them for this, and then that should it should get the city all cheery, or the
Right,
area.
Yeah.
And like they just got 3 random guys, and then they paid them off basically like, hey, we're gonna give your family this. And then like I remember the conversation with Daniel Day-Lewis is like, good job, Joe, take one for the team. Basically, he's like, yeah. And then he's like, he asked like to buy his little like necklace thing, and he's like, I'll give you $1 for that. He's like, $2. He's like, all right. Like it was like weird, and then they hung him. It was like, what the hell? Like that was like, it's bizarre
Yeah.
how stuff like that happened.
Yeah. August 24th, going way back here. August 24th, 79. Just the year 79.
1979?
79 AD.
Oh, 79. Oh my
Vesuvius, an active volcano in southern Italy, erupted,
Ooh.
destroying the cities of Pompeii, something, and Herculaneum. I'm gonna skip that second city. I apologize to that second city in Italy that was destroyed by Vesuvius, but I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name.
Also, a movie was based off of this. Interesting enough, what
Yes.
I've noticed, there's been 2 volcanic things that have happened this week, right?
I don't know. I had not read this until you handed it to me.
No, didn't you say something else with that dealt with?
Oh, yeah. The Cameroonian volcano. Where
yeah,
like
so
all
it's
comes
2,
back. Yeah.
and then next week there's another one. We'll get it to next week, but that's interesting. Like within these 2 weeks, there's 3 different volcanic eruptions that have happened on Earth. Dun dun dun. Conspiracies. No? Okay. Fine. Whatever.
I mean, there's volcanic eruptions every day.
I know that, but I'm just saying like 3 specific big ones that are recorded in history. It's kind of interesting.
Okay, fair enough.
Just don't be near. What I'm saying is don't be by a volcano within this week and next week on vacation.
Okay. August 24th, 1572. Thousands of Protestant Huguenots were massacred in Paris and throughout France by Catholics in what became known as the Saint Bartholomew's Day Massacre. 1572. August 24th, apparently, and 25th, 1814, during the War of 1812, Washington, D.C. was invaded by British forces that burned down the Capitol, the White House, and most other public buildings, along with a number of private homes. The burning was in retaliation for the earlier American burning of York in Toronto. So, an eye for an eye for that one, I guess.
Get messed up, dog.
But I would say that York is not nearly as big a city as Washington, D.C. Although Washington, D.C. at that time really wasn't even that big of a city. But it was like the seat of power in the United States, obviously, and still is. August 25th, 1985, Samantha Smith died in an airplane crash in Maine. In 1982, the 11-year-old American schoolgirl had written a letter to Soviet Russia's leader Yuri Andropov, asking, "Why do you want to conquer the whole world, or at least our country?" To her surprise, Andropov replied personally to her and offered her an all-expense-paid trip to the USSR. And she toured Russia for 2 weeks amid world publicity and became to symbolize American and Russian hopes for peaceful coexistence.
What year was it?
1985. Well, she died in
Okay.
1985.
She died in 1985?
In 1982, she was at the president or the premier or whatever of Russia, like invited her to Russia. And
Oh,
like,
okay. What else? No, because like Stalin took like a famous picture with a little girl like on a balcony. I was like, wait, was that her? No, but never mind.
Stalin was long dead.
Yeah, but he was dead. But I'm just saying like it would been interesting to see if like the photographs. But I think I saw that story in like the news like a history thing where like they talk like weird stories about kids going in weird places.
Yeah. And that is going to be the end of our. That takes us to the 26th, which is today. So we'll cover that in the next
Okay, cool.
go around.
That was history for the week. Let us know if we missed anything. Last week we did miss Elvis dying because that was on, what was it, the Thursday? The 16th? Remember?
I would put $100 down that we didn't miss that, but okay.
We did miss it.
Sure.
Because you were like, what days happened? What nothing happened this day? You did the history last week,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, nothing apparently happened this today. And then I looked it up, and like that was when.
Oh well,
Elvis died.
the where I got all that from, they didn't have Elvis in there. I'm kind of surprised.
But yeah, I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah, awesome sauce.